So, wisdom for winning in life. Let's call this part 2 now. We discussed God, putting God first, mentorship. Pray that the grace to put these things into practice God will give unto every one of us in Jesus' name. Because it's not just to hear, but to do. It's not just hearing, but doing. The doing part is very important. Hallelujah. The next thing we are going to look at, if you want to win in life, you must have vision. You can't recognize opportunities without vision. When you don't have vision, okay, for instance, if you have a vision to have a poultry farm, for instance, I want to have a poultry farm, and somebody gives you a big land like 20 acres for free, will you sell it? Because your vision includes that you need a large expanse of land. But if you do not have a vision, you will sell it. And don't be surprised, the price will be ridiculous. Because there is no vision. That is why many people, a time came in their life, they had money. Then later in their life, they now remembered, and there was a time I had this thing, but there was no vision. There was no what? Vision. How many times did we see cheap houses? You were just passing by, you saw flats for rent, but because you didn't need house. But a time now came when you needed it, you were now looking for it. You went from pillar to post. And you say, and I used to see this thing there. Because that time you didn't have what? Vision. And vision is a preparation for the future. It's a preparatory victory for the future. That is why at every time when you need that vision, it will not show up. You don't get? When you needed to have planned for something, when the time is ripe, if it should be in the next 5 years, if you didn't have it in sight, you didn't even think about it, when 5 years come from then, life will request of it. And that is why many people lose in life. I don't say you should just be going into a relationship anyhow. When we were in school, then there was this fellowship that they will be telling them, don't go into relationship, don't go into relationship. Many of them are still single. No, it's not, maybe they were wrong, but their truth was not balanced. Won't you have a vision to marry? Is it after school, after NYC, that you now start, now we have to marry? Is that time? That time you will now become a subject of experiment, except the supernatural intervention of God. Because when the time was there to plan it, to project for that vision, it was not there. You were reading book. And now finish. You are not saying all men are dogs. Women, they just eat people's money. Why? What do you expect them to eat? You came when you had money. It's not in your vision to marry. When time comes, life will request for the vision you were supposed to have. That's the reason why many people fail. You depend on your parents till you now graduate. Then NYC comes and say, well, I've taken care of you to this point. Go and find a job. And trust me, in Nigeria, job. It's not that there is no job, but it's job. No, that time when you should have planned, and at least even if you've not finished, start acquiring skills, start having plans, you didn't do that one. You now got out there. Life now say, where is the passport. Because vision is the passport for your future. Is the what? Passport for your future. When you don't have vision, there will be confusion. There'll be what? Confusion. Because you know what will be so surprising is that you will see some people you are going to get. Have you realized that many of the people who made it were not really first-star students? Go and check many of the classes and check those who are doing well in that class. Most of them were not the best of the best students. Most times the best students go into lecturing. Most times. Or they kill them. Because most times their visions are always streamlined. Check most top students. They have just one vision. If it's not lecturing, they don't really have wide vision. It's not all, but most. That's why. So when one fails, it's impossible for the other to. Because someone who already likes reading, who likes the academic competition, when they get to a point where it is not relevant, they find it difficult to function. So you must have vision. You must what? Have vision. Many of the failed adults we have today, the reason why, when you see a nation, you can tell the vision of the leader. You can tell whether the leader has a vision, whether the leader is going somewhere. When Jesus came, he knew what he was coming to do. He knew he had to die for your sins. He knew he had to preach the gospel. So he was not carried away. You won't hear that he went to Mr. Biggs. He was busy with his father's business, because that is what. Because you will know that this one knows what he was doing. At age 12, he was already ministering the gospels with the professors. And the mother was like, what is wrong with you? But don't you know that I must go about doing my father's business? That was his vision. His father's business must be done. Even the devil has a vision to steal, to kill, to destroy, and he's doing it actively. He has been doing it for the past 6,000 years. He's older than you. Very well. So he has been doing it actively, and his vision did not change. He maintained it. He has grown it with the vision. He has mastered it. The devil has a vision. Even in the Lord's Prayer, you see some strategic mission and vision of God, that let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's a vision. It's a mission from heaven. Another thing you should take note is that every vision needs a mission. The mission is how you go about it. How you go about it. Don't just have visions without knowing how to go about it. That one is foolishness. I know one day I'll be a politician and I'm going to rule Nigeria. I know. 5 years gone. You still know. 10 years have gone. What do you say? I will be the president. I'll be the president. Don't worry. Just be looking at me. 30 years gone. Don't worry. Just be watching. The next thing here is dead. Because he doesn't know how to get there. That's why we talked about mentorship then. When you have vision, then you have to find mentors who have done that thing. That's what we have discussed in the first service. Now I will share with you some codes of visions. Some codes of vision. Number one is to see it. See it. If you want to have a big school, you have to have the picture in your head. You have to see what you are going to achieve. If you want to be the biggest cook, you must see the biggest cafeteria. You must have it. You must see the activity. You must see your workers. You must see where they are cooking. You must see how they are serving the food, how they are packaging. Anything you miss, if there is a missing vision, missing picture of how the food got to the glass, that vision will not get anywhere. If all you saw was they were cooking the food and people were eating the food, you are not going anywhere. So your vision, you must see the clear picture. You must see the link. You must see what? The link. Someone wants to have the biggest restaurant, for instance. Is it going to start there? You must see how you were having branches. Though it started small, you look within the capacity of who you are. It was starting small. Oh, then after some months, it was enlarging. People were liking the food. Then we were looking for land. Then we got land. Then 1 acre was not enough. Then we moved to 3 acres. Then 3 acres was not. That is the picture. So when you now see the person executing it, you will know the person saw something. The reason why your business is quenched as if it is nothing is because there was no vision. Anything you set out to do, whatever business, even if it's to be brushing people's teeth, you must have vision for it. A life without vision, I said, will be full of confusion. It's not going anywhere. There will be slow motion. If that life is not moving, you don't have any vision. You don't have anything. See, there are many people who can do a lot of things, but there is no vision to put those things to work. There is no vision to put those things into motion. No vision. Nothing. I said, you must see the link. You must see the very big picture. And the picture is not starting big. It starts small. Visions grow. It doesn't exist. It grows. That's why the number 2 point is that it must keep enlarging. Because that is the reason why many people don't get to fulfill what they have seen. Because what they started with was too big, and because they could not get there, they don't know how to get there. They don't know that to get there from a small vision grows. Have you seen someone who say, well, we are going to create house tomorrow? Is that what they say? We build. We don't create it. Okay, I want to. Oh, have you? Hey, I want to create 3-bedroom flat. Oh. How to create? With what? Cardboard? You will build it. So vision is built. So the person who wants to build house, we first remember that there needs to be land. Because you can't put house on another person's land. So vision starts from what? Obtaining the land. Cement, block, sand, bricklayer. That is how vision grows. I want to be the world greatest. You won't be. You must first know how to be the world's smallest. You want to know how to be the world greatest. Because what made people great was that they understood what small people want. So they make them the ladder to the top. If you want to be rich, you must know how poor people feel. You must know what poor people need. You must know what made them poor, so that you will not be poor. If you want to be like Dangote and you go and start studying Dangote that you are seeing now, you will not be like him. Because he never started like that. He grew the vision. The reason is because many people don't know that their vision must grow. So they put the big one as a top priority. Then they never get there. I want to become a millionaire tomorrow. No, that's not how God does things. He's not a magician. It starts from kobo to naira to hundreds to thousands to millions to billions. It grows. Number 3 is that you must write down your vision. You must. It's unfortunate we're in a generation where diary has taken away common sense. Diary has deprived people of wisdom. Instead of you to write down what will help your life, you are writing down what made you cry. I ate food from this woman today. It's not even sweet. I won't eat there again. Sign. Then you are you mad? That's madness. When you see what people write in the diary, of course it takes being mad to sit down and be talking to yourself and be writing down things. Just need to be practicing or rehearsing for madness. You write down vision. This is what I want to see in my life. This is what I want to do. This is how we get there. Write those things. A life without vision has no direction. You just be hitting and be growing. Not intellectually fat. Our brain is not growing. Our body is growing. Brain is getting smaller. You write down. Cultivate the habit of writing down what you want to see. Write it down. Document it. An idea comes to you. Write it down. Some people wrote songs, but when they wrote it, they didn't know what that song would become. A woman wrote Harry Potter in the train. She was on a long journey and she just felt, let me just write down something. And what she wrote down, I don't think there's a novelist as wealthy as her. Just from what she was picturing. If you've watched Harry Potter, you know that woman's depth of vision is strange. But she was writing down what she was seeing, what she was picturing. She was writing it down. And somebody got hold of it and said, no, this must be turned into a movie. But we sit down and write nonsense inside diary. Everybody hates me. On the 1st of October 2016, I realized that you can't trust human being. Bro, daddy. You are not putting the expression. And someone there is writing something that will make sense for their life. You are writing offenses down, so you go and visit it and say, let me even see this year. Oh yeah, you now start to rehearsing the nonsense you wrote. I say, I remember this one. I won't forgive. I will not. My resolution is to forgive, but this one, you will not even go and remind yourself in the new diary that Don't forgive. Convert it to write down visions. Any business that doesn't have vision will not grow. Any organization without a vision cannot grow. So you must keep writing. As you are writing, don't say you've written. Say vision grows. So you are building it. Keep writing it down. You understand? You have an idea, write it down. Write what? Write it down. Number what? 4. You run with the vision. Not that you write it down, put it somewhere, and you never visited it until after you saw someone has done it. And I said, I now went to. I said it. I've written it before. Hey, you even forgot it was another person who executed it that reminded you. You've heard people say, he stole my song. He stole my song. I was the one who wrote the song. Did he collect your book? He too is thinking now. He stole my idea. Did he come and collect your book? Because you forgot your vision. You were not running with it. Carry your vision anywhere you're going to. If it's to rehearse it every day, rehearse it. Rehearsal makes it clearer. When you keep seeing it becomes clearer. The possibility becomes real. Must what? Run with the vision. It's when you don't have vision that you will enter another person's vision. That's the truth. You will find yourself fulfilling another person's vision. A brother was talking to me. There was he happens to be a programmer. So he said he wrote an idea. Which year was that? A while. Then they didn't visit it. You know Flutterwave? It's a payment gateway. Flutterwave. Now brought the idea into reality. Now the person that they both discussed it is now working under Flutterwave. Now they had the vision, but they forgot the vision. Now is fulfilling it for another person. That is why you must carry your vision everywhere you go. You must check it every day, but when you don't even have anything to check, you become what you are seeing. So when you are seeing it, you are becoming it. You keep seeing it. It's coming clearer. You saw an amendment. No, we can put this there. You added it to it. That vision is already constructed. The execution process, the execution phase is always very short if you know what you are doing. The execution phase is very, very short. Like I said, as little as if you can't connect out the food we get from the kitchen to the show glass, and all you have is people cooking, people eating. You can't fulfill that. You must cross every line. You must dot every I. You must connect everything how it's going to be. And when you do that over years and you will see how simple it is. The reason why it looks hard was because you never connected everything. So it became difficult to accomplish because the vision was not connected. You didn't know how you are going to be. Now, because all you saw was the cook, the heat, you enter. And I say, you people should be careful. Before you do anything, you need to be careful. Because They will say, ohun tí mo fẹ́, ohun tí mo béèrè, kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe fún mi, àfọlọ́run. If you are hearing rògbòdìyàn ayé, ó tojú sú mi, it's someone that didn't plan. Àìbìkítà ọmọ ènìyàn. No, the bricklayer you use, you should have seen it in the vision. You would have known those you use. When you can't pick someone from Godofan and you say you will get to where you are going, you can't get there. It's not possible. I've told you how you get there matters. Very important for those who are writing. Then what are the conditions for having a good vision? Spiritual enhancement is needed. Our major spiritual enhancement in this area is what I call fasting and prayer. When I discuss fasting and prayer, it will be different in different contexts. Prayer is wide, fasting is wide, so you must know what fasting means for different things. Go and check many of the billionaires. They eat less. They don't eat much. No, not that they are fasting, no. They don't have time for food. Most times they just take coffee. Food has a way of killing vision. When you eat much, you can't see anything. Do you know why where fasting comes in here? Fasting gives you the confidence to write it down that this is achievable. I took him to someone. Before I took him there, the person has been doing what he was learning. I said, the truth is, the thing I'm going to ask you to do, this person did not do it. Not because he couldn't have done it, but because he doesn't believe in it. He doesn't believe it's achievable. I said, you believe it's achievable. Why I'm taking you there is not so that you go and, because I said it will discourage you. I said, you do it and go and show him. You will see that he will be shocked. So I first told him, when we, as if I was, because I know if it's something he believed in, he would have done it. The moment we mentioned it like this, he gave several reasons. I said, you can see, young man, quit. And by the time we were talking, he was almost done with the thing. And somebody who has been into it for years say it's not possible. Because when you see the stomach cell, you know. Food does not make vision look achievable. Food kills vision. When you eat too much, your vision is congested. When Jesus has fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, Satan was telling him that the only way you can accomplish this thing, if you want to gain this whole world for the Father, you have to bow before me. But fasting made him realize that without bowing down, without negotiating with the devil, without bribing and everything, I can still achieve this thing. But if he had eaten, why the devil first told him to turn stone to bread so that he will first choke him with food? But when he had eaten, faith will go down a little bit. Faith will sit down. When devil wants to kill you, there are tools he uses. Food is one of them. You can use food to destroy your vision. Who will eat too much can't sell vision. It's not possible. Let me show you something. Watch many Abula Junction, whatever it is, or restaurants that you see are very small. Go and observe them. The owners of the business, they eat. You can, if you go there 20 times, if at least 10 times, or you will see them serving themselves and eating. That vision, that thing cannot leave that place. But go to place like Tantis, all those, will you even see the owner? That's the thing. When you eat too much, you will eat your vision alongside. I say, I'm thinking it's not coming. It can't come. I'm trying. And someone will just come and say, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. I say, how do you know? You can't know. Your head is clouded with food. Those who eat too much cannot. Visions. You must learn to fast. Or better still, live a fasted life. If you must complete the 3 days, morning, afternoon, evening, something is wrong with you. Even if you are not fasting, just pick one. Maybe afternoon, I'm okay. Let your brain work. There are some things you cannot believe is achievable when you eat too much. It's not, that's a fact. There are even some things God cannot show you because you are not fasting. So you have to learn to fast, to deny. If you don't know how to fast, gather materials on fasting. Find people who are authorities in that area, because you need it for destiny. Number 2 is prayer. Jesus was the Savior, was the Son of God, carrying the DNA of the Father, not by faith but by reality. Yesterday, he went at night or early in the morning to pray. Because the vision cannot be clearer when you don't pray. You use prayer to bring clarity. There's sometimes when I pray to a point, when I just close my eyes, I see visions clearly. I hear voice audibly, like I'm talking to you. Because prayer has a way of making it very clear. Very clear. If someone just tell you, this your name, this, that. Prayer has a way of clearing everything, making it clear. The reason why the things that come to you are clumsy is because devil is putting his own, so you are confused. You use prayer to set fire, to bring clarity. When fire came into the wood, then the serpent came out of it. When you don't stir in tongues, when you don't pray, there will be confusion. There will be a lot of demons fraternizing around your life. So it will be difficult to recognize the voice of God. And when there are too much voices speaking, there won't be clarity. There won't be what? Clarity. So you must learn to pray. Pray. If you are stuck at something, just get your Bible, get your pen, go into tongues. As you are praying, you'll be seeing the picture will be getting clearer. This is true. It's not, I'm not motivating you. That area where you are confused, even they taught you something in school you don't understand, just read it, you don't get it, go into tongues. But for your vision to be clearer, you need to pray. That's when you get to my study table, you see different books. I mean writing books. I open it. As I'm going praying in tongues, something comes. I write it down. I write it down. Where you will know that it was spiritual was that you may never remember again. you may never remember again. That's why you know that you went in depth of spirit to bring it out. And when they, how did you know about this? They don't know that a man punctified his way through the realm of the spirit to get the idea. And that's why some people are unique. You need to what? Pray for your vision to be solidified, for you to have visions, for you to get visions, for you to be able to sustain visions. You need prayer. You need fasting. Now, another thing you need to take into consideration in the acquiring vision is your association. Many of you don't choose friends. You don't choose associates guided by the Spirit. You just choose associates anyhow. Don't you know that you will reason like the people you move with? Your vision can only be as large as the people you put around yourself. When the people around you are the people who always say it's not possible, it's not possible. Yourself, you will become impossibilitis. That's an inflammation caused by impossibility. It's a spiritual inflammation. Always check the people around you. Check the people around you. Understand? If they always it's not possible, it's not possible, it's not possible, you too will not be able to acquire vision. There are people who believe that the sign of wealth is when you have 2 wives and 1 bike. That how much? Nothing, Thomas. Just take bike, go Ito, take Ito, just Ito to LA. Before you know it, you've made 500 that day. Kidney, what do you want to buy? Okay, 500 times 7 days, that's 35. 35 times. Even most people working per month, how much are you getting? And those are the people you are working with. You can't make it. You'll be thinking like them. Before you know it, they've given you bike. So you must watch your association. Your vision can only be as beautiful as your associations and people you work with. That's why you look at someone like Papa Debo, you look at Dr. Polination, you look at Bishop Debo, look at just look at those people. He said, if you walk with 3 billionaires, you will be the 4th billionaire. If you walk with 3 billionaires, you'll be the 4th billionaire. The people you work with have a way of determining. Now, I'm not saying you go and be working with your boys. There are people who have made it legally, so you have to find them and let them be your associates. Let them be your what? Your associates. My spiritual father is submitted to Dr. Paul Eneche, and because of that, he found himself in Shiloh, and with that connection was able to meet with Papa Oyedepo, who laid hands on him. By what? Association. Association. So you see him today, he's a billionaire. Why won't he be? He's the picture, your association is what paints pictures. Those you work with. I know a man said, if you see any number saved on my phone, know that person has at least 10 million naira. Okay, that number was saved on my phone. That person is very poor, he has 10 million naira. That was what he chose to keep as an association. You begin to think like those that you move with. If you move with selfish people, selfishness will be right. If everyone is saying, I have seen idiots before. There was a time they killed some young people protesting. That was from last month. And I saw 3 other people talking and saying they said they want to carry the dead person that was shot to the government house. That it was the governor's convoy that killed the person. And they're saying that, what they expect government to do about it? They were old people, old fools. Because it is normal to them. If not that I was born again. if not, they killed. So if it's your child that was murdered, will you be saying that? But because it's already normal to them, that's the way they think. Don't you see that if drunkards move together, they don't see anything bad with it? Smokers don't see anything bad with it. Prostitutes, when they move together, they don't see anything bad in it. Womanizers, they don't see anything bad in it. Why are you looking back? They don't see anything bad because you are tailored to think with the way, the way your associates think. So you have to choose wisely. It has a way of affecting your vision. The kind of people you move with. If it's people who is at least by 50, you will build house. We build it in Nido, in the bush. So if you are living in Nido, I don't know, but I heard the place a bush. Okay. You could just get one land, 10,000 naira per plot. You buy it. When you know it, you get mud, put it together, you move it. Say, I want to call it. May you not be a fool. Hey, may you not be a fool. I met a man that challenged me. He was just talking normally, and he was saying, he was talking about someone that the house he gave that province, that mission, that's it. I said, sir, hold on first. You give house. He said, yes. He said, he has given out he counted about 3 cars. God said, give out. He mentioned another house he gave out to God's work. I said, please tell me more, because it changed my ideology on giving. Somebody give 500 naira, say they are eating their tithe. Somebody is giving house. You will think like the people you move with. If the people you move with are the people who criticize giving, you won't also give, you also join them. But when the people you move with are giving houses, some women went to Winners, and when it was time for offering, they said the way we are giving here is not the way they are giving there. Some people are dropping house as offering. Some people are dropping car key as offering. You are still finding 500 naira to the gate. You will be taken like that. So you now wonder why it is rare to see a Winners member that is poor. Think about it. I'm not saying they are not, but I have not seen one. It's rare to see a Winners member, living faith member that is poor. It's rare. It's rare to see a member of Christ Embassy that is poor. It's rare. I don't know if I've not met any anyway, but it's rare. Because if you see the way, when you go to Christ Embassy, you hear the way they share testimonial. There was one who said I wanted to buy a house and I had about 60 something million, and I was trusting God to give me the house, so I sow it as seed, and I now have the house. And you are there, you are. No, it's not. It's go and watch the way people give. The way you will give depends on the people you rub on, people you listen to, people that encourages you in that area. That's why I say the even so winning is because of the way you think, the people you. So you associate that a way of having an effect on your vision. Praise God. It's really wide, but I will just skip and go to the last thing. I will pray. The next thing is to have goals, set goals. Vision and goals are not the same thing. Goals is vision part time. Goals is when you put time into vision. When you don't have goals, your vision remains vision. It can't be executed. It is goal that gives you when. How do we want to go about it? When do we want to see it? Who are the people who want to use goals? Without goals, you can't go anywhere. You will be seated at one spot. Take goals to score goals. You understand? So you have to have goals. You don't just write down. You don't just run. You have a plan to execute. You know, some people say, I will do this thing, I will do this thing, I will do this thing. And they are now old, very old. I will do it. They've not done it. Because there is no goal. Jesus knew when to die. That's why he didn't die before then. When several times they wanted to catch him and kill him, there is a set goal. There is a time when he must die. And when the time was approaching, he has to go and bring that donkey. When they ask you that, what do you tell them that the master has the need of it? Because it was almost time. If he had said that before, way before then, it will not happen. When he knew that according to goal set, this must be available. It's already written down in the prophecy. It's already written down in the prophecy. So when it was almost time, because he knew it was time, so he started doing things. Across steps around the vision. He knew his death was not by dagger. So that was why he was not scared. He wasn't scared when they came to arrest him with sword. And arrow. He knew the pattern through which his death must come. Everything had been a set goal. It wasn't just a vision, it was well planned. So he knows the pattern, knows that in the goal he must rise on the third day. So it wasn't just a vision. If it was just a vision, we will have a third Adam. He will run away. He won't die. He will call down fire. He said, I can call 20 legions of angels and they will answer. They will answer. So he could choose not to die, but according to goal, visions, goals, he has set everything. He has planned this. I'm going to do. I just need 3.5 years. I just need 3.5 years. That was why he didn't start when he was 20. He has planned everything. You must have goals. If you want to start selling recharge card, when? Not like that. And the idea is wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. How much is your corn? You eat corn and forget about your goal. About the goal. You say, we said it that time. You said it, but you didn't have a goal. When do you want to do it? When? That is why you realize that if we say, everybody, we are going to do this, we are going to do that, we do that, we will not do it. But the moment you say, on this day, so number of this, so that, you will see results, because time, conditions, and so many things has been what? Attached to it. Vision, nothing is attached to it, it's just vision. But the moment you want to achieve it, you must take steps. Now, to achieve your goals, you must be disciplined. Discipline, you must be. It says that striveth for mastery is tempest in all things. When you are striving for mastery, you must be what? Tempest. You must be disciplined in all things. You must be what? Discipline in all things. An indisciplined man cannot achieve goals, cannot even set goals. If you are not disciplined, you can't. Because every indiscipline costs you time. Every actions of indiscipline affects time, delays process. It doesn't affect anything but time. And you know, when your time is affected, your life is affected. That's why you must be disciplined. You must be disciplined. You must be strict. If if you want to achieve your goal. You must be determined. You must be determined. You must know that you know it's people change. You sell popcorn today. You have written the vision, you have written the business plan. As you are going, this popcorn gun is brown. Let's put it one side, Jerry. Let me learn plastic chair. You learn plastic chair, finish now. It's not even standing where it's not strong. Let me learn electrician. You are not determined. Elon Musk tried SpaceX. It was on the 4th attempt. Elon Musk was already a millionaire. What he had was he was extremely wealthy, but he was determined to have a private space rocket. He was determined. Even the very astronauts that have come before, they say it's not possible. His idea is not realistic. It's not possible. They will still rather go to Russia to go and beg them than to have one in the United States. So a man said, I must. So because all the astronauts have discredited, what did they do? All other engineers that could have helped decided not to help. So he, being a physicist, had to be the engineer. So first attempt, second attempt, third attempt. The last one, he said, once he spends that money, that's the end. He will go from being a millionaire to be a poorlonaire. In fact, he won't be poor, he'll be wretched. Wretchedness is when insult is added to poverty. You understand me? If you are feeling sleepy, don't joke with your life. I mean, I didn't sleep. Don't say you didn't hear when they were saying it. Don't you? Think I didn't see you. You understand? So it was the 4th attempt that became successful. Now he's the 2nd richest man in the world. The 4th attempt. He was determined. You've just failed once. You say, Tanya, God did not say I will do it. If you are determined, you will achieve your goals. If you are not determined, you can't get there. Because you are not expecting it to just a man. If the man who did is a Bob now, it was on the 100th time, I think it worked. If he stopped at the 98th time, where is the success? He would have thought it was impossible. And one person will just come out. Now people are doing Bob. Is he the one doing this? Thomas said this. Is he the one coming to do this? Now people have, someone will just discovered what he discovered the 100th time and just do way more than, and be like ruler in the midst. When he didn't do anything, he just built on your own lack of determination. People who are determined always go for it. They are dogged. It's not stubborn, no, dogged. Anna, stop sleeping. They are what? Dogged. Then sleep less. You have to sleep less if you want to achieve your goals. You have to deprive yourself. Sleep. You have to deprive yourself of sleep. You are sleeping during the day. What will now happen midnight? Those who achieve goals, those who are goal getters, sleep less. 24 hours a day. You shouldn't. Well, if you want to make it, just dedicate just 6 hours to sleep. How you want to spread it, I don't know. Maybe just 6 hours to rest. Or some people don't even sleep. But at least let's say that okay, you love sleep. You are a crowned, you are a royal personality in the world of sleeping, or you're a sleeping queen. Just try and maintain your royalty within 6 hours. and come back to health. Because every second, people are getting ideas. When you use 14 hours to sleep, and you are even saying meal, it's a grace in our family. We don't look for sleep. It comes to us. That's why we don't have high blood pressure. God gives us His beloved good sleep. That is beloved. When His beloved is poor. Okay, don't let me talk. Then you have to plan. Jesus said, how many of you will want to build the house without taking the cost, counting the cost? You want to build the house and you not count cost. It's not that you want to build house now. You don't know how much it will cost you to build the house. Forget it, you won't build the house. Even if you have the money, you don't know if you have it. I told someone, you want to get this thing. If you want to get something next 3 months, start knowing the price now. Start asking around. How much is this thing? How much is this thing? You may be thinking it's going to be 300,000 and it's just 50,000. And since you had the money, and when it's now 3 months, you now say, now it's time for us to do it. It's time for us to do it. And you now get there and say, hey, I actually bring 30,000. And I've been thinking it's 500,000. You wasted your time. Plan. Know what it will cost you. Have plans. Know what it will take. It may be more, it may be less, but have the plan. It is when you are planning that you know what it will take you, that you know how to go about it. When you don't have plan, just say I have money and I have the vision. So by next year we'll do it. And next year comes and it's time to do it. And they fall for dupe you. Because you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan. You don't have a plan. You need to have plans. Have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. But work with one. You understand? Work with one. If it is this chair you want to do, no different ways of doing it, but go one way. If you have the plan to use all the methods, you will not do anything. You will not do anything. When you have too many plans, too many options, it's unlikely you will achieve anything. This is what we want to do. Okay, if we don't do it this way, how should we do it? Okay. Now, which one is the best method? This is the best method. This is what we are going with. Face it. But when you are, if this doesn't work, I will do it. It means it will not work. It means you will do it in such a way that it will not work because you have something to fall back on. And you have to create time to think. You have to create time to think. You have to create time to think. I wanted to put talk less, think more. Because if you say you are not talking, some people are not talking, but what they are saying in their head is nonsense. So you talk less and think progressively. Talk less. Some people cho. If you see credit now, you will finish it. Don't be thinking, who should I call? Let me call that. Yeah, how's the match? When you finish talking, enjoy walking about. Hey, Rodoin, how are you? Hey, doing no sorrow. You use all the credit finish. You talk, no plan, nothing constructive. When you talk more, you think less. I'm serious. You need to create time to think and don't talk too much. Every time you want to talk, some people can spend 2,000 naira to go and talk. You're asking how? We take transport fare and we may be bored. Yeah, more snacks, Lord. So we just sit down so that we can talk for a long time. And I sit down, you're thinking, so by the time I come back, you feel fulfilled. You wasted your time. Don't see people who go and sit down with their friend at the hairdresser. You are not making your hair. But because you want to talk with your friend, now you want to go and sit down. You talk. Night, meet you there. They told your friend, come back tomorrow. We'll meet here tomorrow now. No plan for your life. pray more. Pray more. To achieve your goals, you need to pray. You need to pray. You need to pray. Anybody you see achieving all these things, if the realm of the spirit does not back you up, you can't get it. Forget it. The physical is subjected to the spiritual. So when you are not negotiating spiritually, something else negotiates for you. The success of any project has been determined in the realm of the spirit. So you have to learn to pray, to navigate in the spiritual realm, to gain ground spiritually. So that's why you need to pray. You need to pray. You need to pray. Do you know how you pray for visions to come to pass? Put the vision, put the picture, put the time. See if it's 5 million that it will cost, be seeing the 5 million. Call it with prayer. Now I'm not saying don't have a way, but use prayer to arrange everything. When you get to where they are doing the lintel, spend 1 hour to solidify it with tongue. You get to where you are buying the material, you are seeing yourself buying the material. Use tongue to arrange. You think it's easy to die? Jesus arranged everything. He knew they will flog him 39 sorts of cake. He used 40 days. So in case of extra, in case they change their mind. So he had done extra. So he already had capacity to die. That's why it was easier for him. So that's a greater love had no man that the man did his life for his friend. Lay down what? His life for his friend. Pray. 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 It is in prayer that strange abilities come. A man like Elon Musk wasn't an engineer, but an ability came to do that which an engineer should have done. Wait, you don't have anything. You can't do anything. You can't achieve vision. It is in prayer that the impossibility becomes possible. Let me not deceive you. You need abilities. You need talent. You need possibility. Physical possibilities to achieve something. Jesus wouldn't have sent them. He knew he had a fisherman among his disciples. That's why he said, when we needed money, go and get the fish. So he requires someone who is skilled in that area to get the fish so that they can get the money out of the fish. Because, can you just tell me to go and bring fish? How will I bring it out? Well, ask somebody who has the skill, who has what it takes to bring it out. And by the time you will now know that the presence of Peter in that disciple, in the midst of disciples, had created a transfer of that ability. That's why when you read the last chapter in John, you will see that they all went to go and fish. They had already known how to do it because that skill had become available to all of them. For spiritual. When you pray, abilities come out. Possibly what you don't know, you know. What you didn't know before, you won't know how you knew them. The reason why you are talent drought, you don't have any abilities because you don't pray. Sometimes what you need requires a spiritual ability. Somebody was here and was sharing a story of his uncle. He was here. He had been to this place. When they were trying to solve an equation, mathematics, and they could not solve it, and they needed it for an invention. So after a while, they called all of them. They said, if you don't believe in what you are about to do now, because what you are about to do now is spiritual, just step out. So he stayed. That what they want to do. So they wrote the equation on a paper, took it to the river, a particular river, and they watched the paper left. After, was it 7 days? They came back. and they saw the paper come out, the equation has been solved. All you just see is that they are inventing things. Sometimes it requires spiritual abilities. If you want to do something special, if you want to do something spectacular, you need to rely on spiritual abilities. And these things do not come except by fasting and prayer. But I can tell you, if you want to get abilities, you need to learn to pray. If you want to know the things you don't know, you must learn to pray. We were here when a boy shared the testimony, I think it was from your school, that the power of God came upon him during the ministration. He forgot everything. He knew even the password of his phone. And I don't know how many days after, he came back to normal. And he came back knowing things he never knew. It was here. These things are spiritual. Abilities are spiritual. And you need prayer to punctify your way through. You need prayers. A letter to Timothy says, you stir up the gift that is within you by the laying on of hands. Stir it up. Are you stirred up? You're praying the Holy Ghost. I think you have a prayer point. Cry to God. Give me the abilities. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master key. Oh, you believe it. Prayer is the key. Hallelujah. Prayer is the key. Hallelujah. Prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master key. We're going to cry to God. The tools I need to fulfill vision, to fulfill purpose, to fulfill destiny, give unto me. Cry. Are you praying? Are you praying? Are you praying? Are you praying? The grace, the tools, the ability, the ingredient for my greatness, the wisdom for my greatness.